Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Before we get started here, I must say, man, we dipped a little bit more after that last video that I made. Was not anticipating that, but we'll get into that maybe a little bit later on in this video and uh, in relation to the other altcoins at a later date. But I just want to I got a lot of information that I want to try to pack into as short of a video as I can make today. So here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the weekly time frame. And we are back in, as you can see at the bottom, 2011, and you'll see a series of parallel channels moving upwards and horizontal diagonally across the screen there. Pink, series of pink parallel channels and one white one there at the top. Now, these channels are centered around, price action rather, has traded within these channels and had a significant relationship with these channels over the course of Bitcoin's history. Now, these channels are smaller versions of the much larger green channels. If you have been around for a while, you'll know I've had a lot of significance with there was a white channel, green channel, and a blue channel, and later on some orange channels that have played major roles in predicting Bitcoin's course, and have played. Bitcoin has interacted with these channels significantly in the past, and they can give us clues as to where Bitcoin is going in the future, I should say, more clearly. So here, our high in 2011 hit the center line of this channel. Now let's carry on through here. Not a lot of action till 2013. And we are on a weekly time frame, mind you, but if we were down on a daily time frame and such, you would see even more interaction. But clearly here, even on the weekly, you can see that we came up to the top of this channel here, wicked right up to the bottom of the... Now, we will be talking about this white channel. So let's focus on that. We came right up to the top here on the weekly time frame before this next high on the next week, and closed the next week never mind. I guess we started the week there, which makes sense. And then we wicked up to the top here, wicked up to the bottom here, wicked up to the center line of this channel here, and the top of this channel here. Mind you, these are all the same width, and just stacked one on top of another here. Wicked right down to the bottom of that channel there, right down to the bottom of the channel here, and to the bottom of the channel right there. So you can clearly see the interaction with these channels here. Look at that nice bounce off the bottom of that channel there. And again, mind you, this is a weekly time frame. If it were on a daily or even smaller time frame, you'd see more interactions with these lines here. But here we came right back down to the top of the series of channels. So here we are in 2014-15 now. And I'll just scroll through here. But clearly you can see the resistance here as well as support. It's significant right here. And it's pretty obvious. We didn't set right on top of it, but You can see here we did, here we did, here we did, here we did. Came right up to that center line there for a local high, and then back down to this center line here for a local low. Here we come in 2019. Now you can see the, well, yeah, so here in 2019 you can see that we held the bottom of this white channel acted as support, although we did fall out of it to the center line of the channel below. And then we struggled here to get for a whole, so this is a weekly time frame. This held as resistance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks before we finally busted through to a new all-time high there. Same thing here. Well, comma, I misspoke. That wouldn't have been an all-time high right there. That's a local high. And but anyway, you can clearly see here right before we launched into our 2021 highs. We held this for support for many weeks. And then when we dumped, look at this big dump right down to there before bouncing all the way back up. Anyway, this channel's off a little bit. I think I must have touched it and moved it a little bit. Anyway, I'll fix that later. So just scrolling here to point out the significance of these channels. Like, you know what? I got to move that. It's annoying me. All right, so here we are now in modern times. And well, this is an extra green line we don't really need right now. So let's just, we hit that right there. Okay, modern times, we're on the weekly time frame. So here you have this white channel, and you can see what I'm getting to here. The triangle. We're forming a, this is off too a little bit. Well, I'm just going to leave that because I don't have time to change it right now. But it's probably because I didn't pick Mondays as the start and end points on the daily time frame when I made that green line there, the base, the bottom of our ascending triangle. Yeah, so a lot of people are have been pointing out, myself included, this triangular formation that we've been forming back here. But you can see it's a much steeper. I'm going to go. Well, comma, I don't have time to. I just acted like I was dictating to my text messages. I don't have time to find that, but essentially everybody's been talking about this symmetrical triangle similar to this white one here, and you can see we've fallen out of it. Now Tyler pointed out, which I really like, is I've seen many times before, a lot of times on a symmetrical triangle like this, we will fall out the bottom and then kind of hook around the outside and come back up. So he said we fall out, we have a fake out to the downside before the top side. I've seen that so many times before as well. And why that is because the symmetrical triangle is not really the triangle, or maybe it is, and we transition into a descending triangle pattern. This is the green triangle the ascending triangle is the real triangle that we are trading within, and the pattern that is going to prevail. Now, I have these dashed curved lines here, and what those represent are the daily Gaussian channel. And we've fallen into it. Now, I mentioned previously on Friday, was it? This day, Friday, that we did dip our toe into the Gaussian channel. And a lot of times we will kind of hold the top a little bit before we come dumping down into it. That's why I did not expect this so quickly like that. But sure enough, we did. And it should have been, I mean, there was a lot of, besides, everybody brings to, mentions the war, the Iran missile launch at Israel is triggering this, but really it's a lot of things. It's an over-leveraged market, extremely over-leveraged. It's the fact that tax day is on Monday and people have to pay their taxes, and just a lot of, in the war too, and the high CPI numbers. It was a prime opportunity for to cause downward pressure on the market and for the big boys to come down and liquidate a lot of people. And quite frankly, I was I was kind of worried that we would come down way, way, way further, because I looked back at pre having dumps in the past, and there have been big wicks down that have been, come back up. And the purpose of that was just to liquidate all these people here. So it was kind of concerning, and I did adjust some of my positions accordingly. And I'm going to keep them where they're at for now until we are all clear of this, because quite frankly, we may see more dumpage down the road here. And nothing long term, but it doesn't take a long term dump wick down to, and that's all it takes to get you liquidated. So you can see that those lines predict the Gaussian channel, or represent it up until where we don't have it anymore here, and then those are kind of guesstimates of where we could go, but it all depends on where price action goes from here. So let me turn that off. Now, so prior to this weekend's trading, I had seen this. I haven't had time to post this, but I sent a friend of mine my theory here. This top of this green is the most recent high at 73.7. And the bottom, we touched right here, And I put those arrows. And this weekend we had a third touch. Now you don't see it on the daily, but if you go to an hourly on Saturday, here on Sunday, or on Saturday's open. I'm sorry, Sunday's open. We came right down to it. Saturday we left off here. Sunday we came right down to it and bounced back up the first hour of trading. And you can see these other candles on the hourly that have held this support here. Where we've wicked through it was, just just dumps down to liquidate people. Really, that's what these little wicks through it have been, and they've been bought up. So currently we're sitting just above that there. So the whole point here is that what I see occurring, this is a 4-hour chart now. You can clearly see the triangle. You can see our Gaussian channel. Typically when we come into the Gaussian channel, we We trade in it. We get stuck here for a while. Here's the halving date, the vertical line. I see us trading in this channel through April and into May, and probably not breaking out till June. Now, what I believe could happen, well, this coming next week, I think we'll come back up to the top of the channel. In the next week or two, probably back up to the top of the channel at 73.7, and then back down, definitely. So here, in any of these places where we come back down, there is definitely a possibility for a wick down further, a liquidation, capitulation wick here. And so be careful about that. But pretty much price action should stay trading in this triangle here between 73.7 and 63, 64. Now, somewhere up here, we may get a break up here, but that'll be a fake out and we'll come back down. I'm pretty sure. We might get a fake out, come back down here, test it, and come back in, and then break out here. Now, on the monthly, remember, we've had 7 candles, monthly candles in a row, and we've never had 8. What am I doing? So that was bothering me too, and that has been fixed by our triangle here. This is our current monthly candle. And I believe that we will, the month, I don't know where I'll get into that on another video. Now, as far as where we're going to open on what's going to happen today and next week, we have to look at I look at Fidelity and Bitcoin Trust, so I'm going to switch charts right now. Well, while I switch charts, I'll let you listen to the music here. There's a siren in the background. And you might not be able to hear the siren, but you can definitely hear the reaction to the siren. Let's see. I forgot I gotta switch charts. All right, so here we are looking at Fidelity Bitcoin Trust chart on the daily time frame, and I have these nice purple channels and a green channel there. Anyway, Fidelity and BlackRock and all those guys can't have Bitcoin looking bad for their investors. So weekends are going to be time that Bitcoin can dick around, and but during the week it has to act normal. So I believe we have to open the week Monday right here at the base of this purple line. I could be wrong. Maybe we... So we do have this wick outside of that channel. So possibly Monday we could open something like here. I swear I can't get anything done around here. So, yeah, 57, 57. How about that? But I think we got to hold inside this channel, because on Friday's close, we made it a point of closing right at the bottom of this channel. So I think on open, we need to open right here at about $59. Now, how does that coincide with Bitcoin, with spot? Well, I measured this already from here, one day over up to there. That's a 1% move. Now, this isn't the close of day on Friday. It's the close of the Wall Street market. So let's switch back over to this one and go. No, I have to get to a different chart. And here. So we have to go to an hourly time frame and go to the Friday at 1900 hours, which is the last hour of trading on the market. And that is right there at 66, about 66,880. And conversely, the bottom was at 65.16. So we either want to open up at well, it would be about a 1% move up from either. I've already gone ahead and marked off what the hell's going on? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I've already gone ahead and marked off the upper possibility, but let's see where 1% up from here would be. About 65,750. So that green X right there is the upper place where we have to open at 67,500. And the alternative would be what did I say? What did I say? 65,850 or something like that? Let's make that one red. Let's just go back and double check. So our low here, 1% up from our low. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, 65, must have been 65, 750, I think I said. Yeah. Close enough. So I think that's where we'll be Monday morning, opening up. And what's interesting is that the green version places us just outside the daily Gaussian channel. So, and it makes sense. I mean, it looks very reasonable. That means we might come up and do that. Now, don't know. Imagine we'll have a lot of volatility this week and plenty of news events to kind of dictate price action. Now, what is interesting too is that let's switch to a daily time frame and turn on the Gaussian channel as I do not have the mean band marked off on with these green dotted lines. What's very interesting is that we did come down slightly through the mean band, and then today, Sunday, we've bounced right off of the mean band of the Gaussian channel. So this could be as far down as we go for now. Now, mind you, we could very well come down to the bottom of the Gaussian channel or even wick out the bottom a little bit. So just around 59, 60,000 still is in play later on in the coming weeks. So that's that. I think thanks for bearing with me through this, and we will see you next time. And like and subscribe, and have a nice day.